ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। परमानन्दमाधवम्। Hari Om to everyone. Hari Om. So we are into the shloka number 3. So before that we'll have Dhyana shloka, so we shouldn't miss it. I think together we can chant. Please do that. Om Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishthande Sadrishiganai Yavrutam Brahmanishtai Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudramanandarupam Swatmaramam Muditavadanam Dakshinamurtimide Vatavitapi Samipe Bhumibhage Nishannam Sakalamuni Jananam Jnanadataram Tribhuvana Gurumesham Dakshinamurtidevam Janana Marana Dukkha Chedadaksham Namami Chitram Vatatarur Mule Vruddha Shishya Gurur Yuva Gurustu Maunam Vyakhyanam Shishyastu Chinna Samshayaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So, there is one or two doubts. The doubt is like this: when pure Sat Chit Ananda is shining throughout in Jivan Mukta, does he experience dreams, deep sleep? Most of the times I feel I understood each and every word. Suddenly I struggle to accept that. Okay. Now about this doubt. About this doubt, better we ask a realized soul himself whether he ever experiences dream in the deep sleep. See, the Shastras say they do experience. Why? Because it's a part of their prarabdha. It is a part of their prarabdha. So when they come, taken this body, which is prarabdha, okay, they have got enlightenment, knowledge they have got, the truth they have realized, but the prarabdha will continue. And as part of the prarabdha, there will be deep sleep, there will be dreams, and there will be the ailments of the body. See, if one is afflicted with COVID-19, now he may be a jnani, but he has to undergo the pains. But remember, all the same, when he undergoes that, he knows that I am not the body. That identification is totally absent or prominent by its absence, conspicuous by its absence. What the identification that I am the body. Even when he may be writhing in pain, even then he knows that I am not this body. Smilingly he will writhe in pain. That is the beauty of it. So we must understand it that way. Okay. Then about whether we have that is the second question, whether we have understood this truth or not. How to assess. The best way to assess whether we have got this knowledge. There are two things. One is the intellectual knowledge and the other one is experiential knowledge. Bauddhika jnanam, the other one is anubhutika jnanam. Bauddhika jnanam, of course, you can assess whether when you are able to answer all questions relating to this Vedanta, its nuances, its intricate logic. One need not go into deep logic. Once you get the enlightenment that this is the truth, then the logic and all that, you go beyond all that. But see, what are the criteria? What are the criteria to assess, say, oneself? Leave alone others. Others better not to assess. Only a jnani can know another jnani. Only a great man can know another great man. Even in worldly parlance also this is true. When a civil engineer speaks in his terms, using his jargon, his terms, terminologies, engineering terms and all that, you and I may not follow all that. But another civil engineer would know. Like that medical terms, when a doctors, more often than not, they use all medical jargon. And you and I draw a blank listening to that if you are not a doctor. So, similarly, a wise man alone can understand another wise man. An enlightened man alone can understand another enlightened person. This is the thing. And then to assess ourselves, what to do? This may be a question. What to do? The best thing is read Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter, That's Sthita Prajna Lakshanam. Sthita Prajna Lakshanam. Or Bhagavad Gita, many chapters references are there, but in the second chapter, Sthita Prajna Lakshana specifically given a set of slokas in response to Arjuna's question. Bhagavan gives, Arjuna asks, Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya Keshava. And then in a series of slokas, till the end of the second chapter, Bhagavan describes the characteristics, the lakshanas of an enlightened man, Sthita Prajna. Please read that and check. We have those characteristics, whether we do possess those characteristics. The most important is our prajna should be sthira, total balance, equipoise, equanimity under any circumstances. And a wise man will always be happy, always be cheerful. Not because of the ambience or the situation or the environment is very friendly and conducive and favorable. Not because of that. Because I am happy within myself. Nothing can upset me. Nothing can deject me. Nothing can disturb me. Nothing can distract me. I am happy within myself. Atmanyeva atmanatushtaha. This is another measuring rod for us to assess our own growth and development, our level of understanding. And Nishtha is very important. See, even if you have acquired the intellectual knowledge, because through the studies, you are acquiring the intellectual knowledge, but that alone won't do. We have the thick vasanas. These thick vasanas are to be, as we said earlier, they have to be thinned out. These vasanas are to be thinned out. They have to be reduced. Tapobhi kshina papanam shantanam vitaraginam. So Shankaracharya says elsewhere, with our tapas. Tapas means not standing on our head and all that. Tapas means our sadhanas. Our controlling our indriyas, controlling our mind, controlling all our chestas, all our gestures, all our activities. We should be the master of our own sense organs, our own mind. And not the other way around. We shouldn't be the slaves. Okay. Hi. Now we will get into this because so many things have to be discussed, but in our limited time, we have to rush through it. But still, yesterday's this sloka, Yasya yuva sphuranam sadatmagam asatkalparthakam bhasate sakshat tattvamasi Vedavachasa yo bodhayatyasritan yat sakshat kurude yat sakshat karanat bhavet na punaravartram bhavam bhonidhau tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Here the Tattvamasi word is introduced. So we shouldn't go ahead without understanding, without taking note of its implications and import. So Tattvamasi, what does it mean? That thou art. The literal meaning. That thou art means that you are. What you are. That Ishvara, who is the Srishti Sthiti Samhara Karta, and who is said to be all pervading, who is everywhere, that thou art, that you are. You means who? I, the limited being, this one who possesses this deha, one who identifies it there, means the jivatma. So Ishvaraha and Jivaha, these are one and the same. And how can it be? Ishvara is all powerful. He creates everything. And what do? I, of course, create a lot of confusions. I can create confusions. But Ishvara is the creator of everything. Samashti Prapancha Srishtikarta, then Samrakshanakarta, then Samharakarta. But I am a little petty, paltry, puny creature. How can I be equated with Ishvara? This is where the meaning of the word of the sentence, that thou art, is to be investigated into, to be inquired into, to be understood properly, or the meaning has to be determined. You know, a sentence can have two kinds of meaning. One is the obvious meaning. Obvious meaning means the direct meaning, the vachyartha, mukhyartha or vachyartha. And there can be an implied meaning also. Say, one gentleman is passing by, and I tell my friend, see, there goes a lion. There goes a lion. Tatra simhaha gacchati. In Sanskrit doesn't suit. There goes a lion. This man said, what do you mean? He's a human being, not a lion. And this is not a forest, this is a township. How can lion come here? What are you talking? No. All that I meant to ask, he is a Lions Club member. Right? He is a Lions Club member. So, what is the literal meaning? A lion goes, simhaha gacchati, there goes a lion. And the implied meaning, the intended meaning is that he is a Lions Club member. This is called Lakshyartha. So, Vachyartha and Lakshyartha. Like this, that thou art also has, our Shastras, that analytical skill, our Acharyas, it is something, astounding, something tremendous. So, they have analyzed this sentence, meeting all opponents' views, because there are so many people holding different views. So, meeting all of them, the Shastras established that thou art, that is Ishvara, thou art, you are. Here, they employ some Lakshana Vrittis, means a method of determining the real meaning, the implied meaning. There are three types of Lakshanas which are employed in this. One is called Jahal Lakshana. Jahat Lakshana. Jagat, no, not Jagat. Yaha, Yahati, Jahat. Jahat Lakshana means, I will tell you an example. The example given in the scriptures only. Gangayam Ghoshaha. Gangayam Ghoshaha. Ganga river. Ghoshaha means a village, a hamlet. Gangayam means it is, Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachanam means in Ganga or on Ganga. How can there be? So it means you have to add something. Ganga has to be, main meaning has to be given up, and that is a Jahat. Jahat means giving up. And then you have to add on the bank. So Gangaya Tire Ghoshaha. On the banks of the Ganges, there is a hamlet or village. So you add something. Gangayam Ghosha, the sentence to fix the meaning, there is a bank, there is a hamlet on the Ganges bank. This is called Jahal Lakshana. Means main the river Ganga, the preposition is to be is used on the Ganga, but that is to be abandoned. And that Ganga importance is called Gangayaha Tire, meaning on the banks of the Ganges, Ganga river. That is called Jahal Lakshana. Anyway, you need not attach much importance to it. Just passingly, I am mentioning this, but you should be in the know of these things also when you try to understand how they arrived at this meaning. Okay, this doesn't suit. That thou art. This doesn't suit. You can't give up anything. A part of it. And second is Ajahal Lakshana. Ajahal Lakshana means you don't delete anything, but you add something. The example is Shveto Dhavati. Shvetaha means what? White. Shvetaha means white. Shvetaha Dhavati means the white runs. Okay? What do you mean the white? How can it run? You have to add something. That is Shvetaha Ashwaha Dhavati. The white horse runs. So it's called Ajahal Lakshana. Without giving up anything from the sentence, you add something. Ajahal Lakshana. This also doesn't suit. You have nothing to give up from the word Tattvamasi, like this. And you cannot add anything. Therefore, there is a third Lakshana which is called Jahad Ajahal Lakshana. Jahad Ajahat Lakshana. Jahad Ajahat Lakshana. Meaning a part of it you give up. A part of it you give up. It's also called Bhagatyaga Lakshana. Partial abandonment. Partial abandonment. A part of it is given up, not fully. It's called Jahad Ajahal Lakshana or Bhagatyaga Lakshana. The example is Soyam Devadattaha. So Saha Ayam Devadattaha. Some 25 years ago, I had met with a boy. His name was Devadatta. And at that time, he was only 3-year-old fellow. Okay. And I met him where? In Varanasi. I met him in Varanasi. And today I am meeting him in Mumbai. But when introduced to myself by his people, his parents, hey, that Devadatta, now he's 28 years old. 25 years. Oh. And the time changed, the place changed, the all upadhis changed. Today I meet him in Mumbai and his body has grown up. He has become a tall, a fat young man. Right? So Soyam Devadattaha. So what do you do? So you give up something. You give up Varanasi. You give up that period which is 25 years ago, and you give up that stature of that boy at that time, a small baby. These things are given up. Bhaga, Tyaga. And then you accept the content. That boy, that individuality, that individual whom I met in Varanasi 25 years ago, he is the same. Saha ayam Devadattaha. You understand? In the same manner, our main point is not to analyze Devadatta. Our main point is to analyze Tattvamasi. Okay, that thou art. And here, that means Ishvara. Ishvara, what is his upadhi? The whole world, samasta prapancha is his upadhi. Right? And me, my body, my mind, intellect. Bhagavan, Ishvara, the total body, that is the cosmos, the prapancha, and the total mind, total intellect. And we give up these upadhis of both Bhagavan and me. And what is left? The consciousness, Shuddha Bodha, Sat Chit Anand. This is the point. When the Guru says, Tat Tvam Asi, that is, the Lord is yourself, means Lord is shorn off or divested of all his upadhis. And you also, you Tat Tvam. It is not the body, it is not the mind, it is not the intellect or the prana, etc. that is referred to by Tvam, but you, the Sat-Chit Ananda that you are. In each one of us, Yasyaiva Spuranam Sadatmakam. That's Spuranam, I. This I, Yasyaiva Spuranam Sadatmakam. When this I take note of the objects, they also gain existence. Is it not true? If I don't see the world doesn't exist for me. So this is to be understood very deeply. Yasyaiva Spuranam Sadatmakam Asatkalparthagam Pasate Sakshat Tattvamasi Veda Vachasa. This Veda Vachas, this Veda Vakyam, this Mahavakyam appears in the 6th chapter of the Chandogya Upanishad. Okay. So this Tattvamasi analysis, I hope you are familiar with. If you have doubts, you can ask, no problem. And tomorrow this session camp will get over. Afterwards also, if you have doubts, you can ask. Nothing will stop you from asking, sending doubts. I shall be able to clear as best as I can. That's all I can promise you. Just because camp is over tomorrow, if there are some doubts still pestering you or persisting in your mind, please keep asking. Okay. Now we will proceed to the next sloka. That is sloka number 4. This Atma, to which reference is made, Tattvamasi, and this is in you. This is very easily appreciated. Only thing is we have to just do a little bit of analysis. And how that analysis is to be done is given in the next sloka. We shall read Nana Chidragatodara Sthitamaha Deepa Prabhabhaswaram Jnanam yasya tu chakshuradikarana dvara bahispandate. Jnanamiti tameva bhandam anubhatyetat samastam jagat. Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. I will break the verse. Don't worry if you didn't get it, we will come to that again. Nana Chidra Gatodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram. It is one Samasta Pada. It is one compound word. Okay. Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuradi Karanat Dwara Bahihi Spandate Janami iti tam eva bhantam anubhati etat samastam jagat tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. Now, please repeat after me. Nana Chidragathotarastitamaha. Please try to be familiar with the verses. Nana Chidragathotarastitamaha Deepa Prabha Bhaswaram Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuradi Karanadvara Bahispandate Jnanamiti tameva bhandam anubhatyetat samastam jagat tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. Again here yet another upama here simile. Beautiful one. Very easily appreciated. Now imagine there is a pot. There is a pot. Any pot, Lovaka pot or a metallic pot or a mud pot, anything. Some pot. But this pot is an ordinary pot. This pot has holes all over. Holes. Chidram. Many holes are there. And remember, it is, let us say, it is night. And you switch off all the light. And a Mahadipam, a big lamp, is lowered into the pot and kept. Nana Chitra Gadodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram. Are you getting the point? There is a pot with many holes, and into that pot we are placing a lighted lamp with flames, very bright, brilliant flames, and no other light in the room. What happens? The rays or the light from the lamp coming out through the holes of the pot spreads everywhere. Is it not in the room? Are you getting? Are you getting? It's very simple. The light, the rays of the light, flame is coming through the holes. Okay. Nana Chitra Gadodara means the belly of the pot. Udara means pot. Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram. So, and what is the Upameyam? Upameyam, we'll come to that. The Jnanam yasyatu chakshuradhikarana dvara bahispandate. In our heart, inside us, is the Paramatma, the brilliant flame of Jnanam. The Chaitanyam, the Bodham, the consciousness, all synonyms. Shuddha Bodham. And our bodies have many holes, many sense organs. The 5 sense organs are there. Srotram, the ears, Chakrus, the eyes, Srotram, Chakrusparshanam, the skin, Srotram, Chakrusparshanam, Rasanam, tongue, Granam, the nose. So these are the sense organs. I hope you are following me. And this light inside is coming out through these sense organs and going out where in their respective to their respective objects. Eyes cannot hear, ears cannot see. The light that is coming through the eye, light means the ray of consciousness. Please understand. That consciousness that is coming out through the eyes, what does it do? It sees the name, it sees the forms and colors. Does it not? You understand? It's able to see and it captures the objects. Like that, the sound and touch also. No, I don't understand. Okay. When somebody is sleeping, when the mind wherein the consciousness is reflected is dismissed, is stopped functioning, and some people are there, they keep their eyes open and then they sleep. There are cases, some of them keep their mouths open and some of them keep their eyes open, but you stand in front of them, they won't see you. Why? Because the rays are not coming through the eyes. You get the point? Where are the rays gone? They are now set at rest because mind is at rest. Only when the mind is operative, then the consciousness will reflect. Okay, that is the point. It's a beautiful, very lovely example, very easily understood. Nana Chitra Gadodara Stitamaha Deepa Prabha Bhaswaram. So the light, the rays, they flash out through the holes. Similarly, through the sense organs, the pure consciousness flashes out and enables us to take cognizance of the world outside. Jnanam yasyudu chakshuradi karana dvara. These karanas are two. Both mind is also karana and the indriyas are also karana. Karana dvara behihi spandade. Then, I see this book. I see this watch. I see this paperweight. And I hear the sound. I smell something. All these experiences we get. This is the experience of the world. Are you following me? The experience of the world. So, there are 5 things, 5 elements in this world, and these 5 elements are recognized by my 5 sense organs. Supposing if I am blind, 1/5 of the world is not there for me. I am denied of the 1/5 of the world. If I am deaf, Again, if I am deaf and blind, then 2/5 of the world is denied to me. You understand? Very clear. So this we lent existence to the world. How? Because I janami iti, I know janami iti. When I come to know, or when I recognize some sound, I hear some sound, oh, that world of sound is known to me. When I see some form, that world of form is shown to me. So they shine after me. I shine, the consciousness shines, and other objects shine after me. Are you following me? Clear? Very, very interesting. Let us say, Janamiji tameva bhantam anubhadi. The one who is beaming this light through my sense organs, the objects anubhadi only. We think that objects exist, but their existence depends upon me. Me means what? The consciousness, which beams or which streams or which flashes its light through the sense organs. Whether it is seeing or hearing or touching or smelling or tasting, all these things. All right. Jnanamedi tameva bhantam anubhat edat samastam jagat. All this entire world is cognized or seen or experienced this way only. Okay, I think that is all with this sloka. Actually, theory of perception. In philosophy, they call it epistemology. This is how the theory of perception. The pure consciousness operating through the sense organs makes us perceive things, makes us perceive the world. The perception takes place thanks to the consciousness. All right. Good. That supreme consciousness who does all these things, whose grace and blessings makes me experience the world. May that consciousness, which is none other than the Dakshinamurti, who has assumed the form of a great guru, great master, I pay my salutations to. I offer my salutations to. Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Then the problem is, in the world we will find this Atma, Atma, Atma. You and I, the Vedantic students, when we speak about Atma, people don't understand. And I tell you, those who are not ready to listen, better not to share this knowledge with them. Very important. Don't impose this knowledge upon anyone. They will only accuse, hey, here is a fellow crazy. What is he talking? I can't understand. He is talking Latin and Greek, Vedanta, Atma, Brahman, all these things. So let us understand things ourselves first and experience it. Here, there are people who are ajnanis. They are not blessed with, we have to sympathize with them. We have to understand that the world at large doesn't understand this thing. They don't know. That is why in Gita it is said, Sahasranam Manusheshu Kaschit Yadati Siddhaye. It's not Sahasra. Among millions and millions of people, only a very few seek this knowledge out. Not many. So, Durlabham Trayamaivedat. In Vivekachudamani, these three things, Manishyatvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samsrayam. Manishyatvam is being born as a human. Then Mumukshutvam, a desire, an urge to understand this, to think out of the box, and to inquire: is there something which is to be aimed at in my life other than all these things? Money, power, possession, properties, bank balance. Other than this, is there anything else that I should seek out and make my life more meaningful, more purposeful? Very few people, and even among those who seek, very few will meet with the ultimate result. This is the order of the world. So here we find so many types of people. Let us come to the next sloka. I will just read first. Please listen, and then I will break the word. Because even this Anvaya and all that, we are not finding time. The time is running out. Very short. Okay. Deham pranamapindriyanyapi chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu tribalanthajadopamaastvahamiti prahanta prisham vadinaha maya shakti vilasa kalpitamaha vyamoha samharine tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. I will break the words. Deham pranam api indriyani api chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu tri balanta jadopama stvahamiti tu aham iti bhrantaha vrisham vadinaha maya shakti vilasa kalpita maha vyamoha samharine tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. Deham. Now we can chant. Please repeat after me. Deham pranamapindriyanyapi chalam. Deham pranamapindriyanyapi chalam. Buddhim cha shunyam viduhu. Buddhim cha shunyam viduhu. Tribalantha jadopamaastvahamiti. Tribalantha jadopamaastvahamiti. Bhranta vrisham vadinaha. Bhranta vrisham vadinaha. Maya shakti vilasa kalpitamaha. Maya shakti vilasa kalpitamaha vyamoha samharine. Vyamoha samharine tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. Deham pranam api indriyani api chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu tribalantha jadopamaastvahamiti bhranta vrisham vadinaha. There are people who are totally unaware of this, and instead of coming to the Shuddha Atma, Paramatma, what do they take themselves for each one? They think that, see, I am the body. Who am I? I am the body. And they may not go about telling this, but all their transaction, they take themselves for, they rather mistake themselves for the body. And another group, it is not body alone, it is prana. Prana. In fact, minus prana, my body is dead. So I must be prana. Then others say, what is the use? You have body, you have prana. and you will be vegetating. So, Indriyani should be the real I. Okay. Somebody is not even Indriyana. Indriyas cannot function if it is not backed up by the mind intellect equipment. So I must be the Chalam Buddhi. Chalam Buddhi means the very unstable, the fickle Buddhi. And some others say, see, all these things will get dismissed in sleep. Is it not true? Deham, pranam, indriyani, manas, buddhi, everything get dismissed at sleep. In sleep, what do you experience? Shunyata, emptiness, total vacuum. I did not know anything. I slept like a log of wood. Correct. So therefore, what is the truth? Shunyam is the truth. Emptiness is the truth. They conclude. See, there are people, even among the Buddhists, there is a group, they are called Shunyavadins. Shunyavadins. And when you go through Shankara Bhashya, and he busts everything. He says, not, just violently with noise and voice. No, through arguments, perfect, meticulous logic, he blasts everyone and establishes that it is not Shunya. Even that Shunya you are aware of, my dear. Are you not aware of that Shunya? No, I am not aware. No, but when you wake up, what is your experience? Oh, I slept so well. And who went to bed? I went to bed. And who is now saying I slept well? I only say. And whose experience are you narrating? My experience. That means while experiencing sleep, you are awake and you are there. You are existing. Is it not true? This I in its Sukshma form, it was there even in deep. That means the consciousness was there. So, Stri Balanta Jadopamastuhamidi. Here, Stri Bala. Stri doesn't mean that all ladies. No. Some people, Shankara says it is very bad, Shankara insults the ladies. Now, here, lady means is gender neutral. Men, whether man or lady, whoever don't have this correct appreciation, and therefore they mistake untruth for truth, the false things for truth, and they will come under this category, whether small kids or dull-witted fellows. They say, what do they say? I am body, deha, I am prana, Twahamedi Branta Prashambadinaha. They go about blabbering, I am this, I am either Deha or Buddhi or Prana. All these things they blabber about. But none of them know the truth. Why this is happening? Because there is a Mahavyamoham. What is this Mahavyamoham? Mahavyamoham is when you mistake the Jadavastu as yourself. When you see the rope as snake, you are afflicted by this Mahavyamoham, because you don't see the truth, you don't see the rope. Similarly, instead of seeing, it is very clear, very evident, very obvious that the Paramatma, the consciousness, supreme consciousness, that is what is beaming out through all these indriyas. That is what keeps you alive. That is what lends you life and strength and everything. That you don't recognize. These jada vastus, these inert vastus, you take mistake for yourself. So they are themselves jada, means they are dull-witted fellows. Bhranta Vrishambhadenaha. They not only keep these things to themselves, but they go about telling others also, hey, what is truth? Deha is truth. Deha. I don't think that this is all our figment of imagination. No, there is a group, Charvakas. The other day I told you about Charvakas. Pure materialists. For them, oh, khao, piyo, maja karo. You eat, drink, and live your life. Yavat jivet, sukham jivet. As long as you live, live in enjoyment. How to do that? There is no money. How to live? No, you must live. How? Without the wherewithal, without the money, without the thing. How do I? Hey, don't worry. Meaning, you take loan. Ranam krutva gridam pibed. You must have very sumptuous lunch every day. Gridam means ghee. Using ghee. Ghee used to be the index in those days where rich people eat with ghee. Ranam krutva, even if it is by taking loans, borrowing money from others, you enjoy life. Hey, what are you talking? Won't the fellow come for the repayment to me? He will come, but after some time you will die, and after death, anyway, you are not responsible. Ranam krutva gridam pibed. Bhasmi bhutasya dehasya. Once you die, what happened? Your body will be cremated. Bhasmi bhutasya dehasya punaragamanam. You will not come back. So that fellow will haunt you, be after you. No. See, there is a materialistic philosophy. It's called Charvaka philosophy. That is also there. So they take themselves only the body as the self. Okay. Rejecting all this thing. Maya, this is all happening. Why do they do this? Maya Shakti Vilas, this Mahavyamoham. Vyamoham is delusion. Because of the delusion only, they are doing what they are doing. Meaning taking Deha or Prana or Indriyas or the mind for the self due to Maya Shakti. And how does Dakshinamurti help us? How does the Guru help us? Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharine. He destroys this, the Guru destroys this great Vyamoha, the delusion. The Maya Shakti, the delusion, he busts, he cracks, and he makes us see the truth as it is. Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharine Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. The rest in our next class. Okay. Hari Om. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.